Ladies and gentlemen, it's only June. Xbox is jealous about Steam existing, the Switch 2 doesn't exist for me until Donkey Kong comes out in July, and PlayStation has Hideo Kojima, end of sentence. But who needs the big guys? It's the little guys that are stealing the show. It's already been another great year for indie games, and like last year, I'm not gonna wait until the new year. I'm gonna declare definitively the best indie game of 2025 right in the middle of it, and the best of the lot so far has gotta be Deltarune Chapter 3. Spoilers for 3 in the very beginning of 4, but man, there's so much to talk about with this game. The combat encounters that kept breaking and re-breaking my expectations, the as always instantly iconic OST, the way Mr. Antenna moves, and the many talented people who made that happen, link in the doobly-doo to some Toby Fox tweets explaining it. But you know, Deltarune is so big in internet culture, maybe we should look at relatively smaller games too. Star of Providence is certainly a contender. Monolith has gone big mode and become a perfected little bullet hell top-down shooter. I am dodging projectiles just so, taking down bosses, getting unlocks, and never regretting the time spent on a run. It's a game I'm gonna play for a while. But Fly Night is more of a complete little story with an end that nevertheless left me wanting more of this bug-themed Souls-like with fun combat and cool items to find and a real sense of character and a fun fishing minigame. What more could you possibly want? Well, I do want more Duck Detective, and The Ghost of Glamping came out this year. Genuinely funny writing, as expected. My only complaint is I wish it was a few hours longer. I really can't wait for more from the Duck Detective and Frederson, but sometimes I want to kill ghosts, not detective around them, and that's why Labyrinth of the Demon King is my actual indie game of the year. I mean, you can bash ghosts and stab ghosts and drink tea and have a good spooky time in the best spooky ambiance in a game this year. But there's no better spooky time than playing r.e.p.o with your friends. When we don't know what to play, we just throw on r.e.p.o or Headliners and have a larf watching each other die, or more accurately, me. But speaking of me dying, despite doing that a lot in White Knuckle, it's got my favorite movement mechanics in a game this year. The flow of the climbing is just so visceral. Throwing the spears into the wall is like... yeah, it's like that. And Keep Driving has my favorite vibes in a video game this year. It so perfectly captures the feeling of a long road trip through its mechanics and storage and random events that I feel like I'll play it again in 5 years and be just as entranced as that first trip. Okay, there's too many good indie games that have come out this year. I mean, Noome single-handedly got me into the tower defense genre. Butcher's Creek is condemned criminal origins, but somehow creepier. And Secret Agent Wizard Boy exists. And is that beautiful, silly, chaotic joy not of value in this horrible year? And you know, maybe Spilled is my indie game of the year, because no game has helped me find a sense of calm this year where there's been a lot to deal with, as well as Spilled has, a lovely little game about cleaning up a river and saving little animals made by someone on a boat. I really value games where you can clearly identify with the people or person who made it. Silly as it sounds, that does matter to me. But wait, we kind of lost the plot. We're trying to determine what the indie game of the year is in June, not speak to the human condition of living in 2025. So let's go with my first instinct, Deltarune Chapter 3, but I only just finished it. How does Chapter 4 begin? Okay, it probably is Deltarune, but there is a lot of good out there if you look for it. I'll see you on Friday.